Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Mama June, Pumpkin cheated on Josh with his cousin, so gross. Mama June star Pumpkin is no stranger to stirring the pot. But this time she has crossed all the limits, as it seems that the pot itself has boiled over. She recently made it to the headlines by filing for a divorce from her long-term love, Josh Efford. These two have been together for years until they finally decided to part ways and never look back. Fans were in shock and started churning uncountable theories behind the split until the real reason came out. And it appears that Pumpkin and her so-called infidelity are the reasons behind this shocking divorce. Is this true? Did she really jeopardize her happily ever after for another man? Mama June stars Pumpkin and Josh filed for divorce in the first week of August 2024 in Wilkinson County, Georgia. They agreed on joint custody of their 4 kids. Amid all this, several reports claimed that Lauren had jumped back into the dating pool and started dating her husband's cousin, Darren Kitchen. This raised eyebrows for the audience, who accused Lauren of cheating with her beau's own flesh and blood. This came after Darren's former wife confirmed that Kitchen was actually Josh's cousin. Some sources even claimed that Pumpkin had an affair with Darren Way before these two actually filed for a divorce. However, Lauren and Josh didn't mention anything related to this cheating scandal in their divorce papers. They simply claimed that their marriage was irretrievably broken. Fans were in shock and accused Pumpkin of jeopardizing her marriage for the sake of a stranger. Many even called her gross for such an act. They are now early waiting for the upcoming segment of the show to know what exactly the dynamics were and what led to this cheating scandal. But as per the current scenario, Lauren is doing everything under her control to end her marriage and move on. Mama June star Pumpkin not only filed for divorce, but also settled all the matters of marriage. She agreed to have joint custody of her kids and has already been living away from her husband. As per the reports, these two left each other 3 months prior to filing for the divorce. However, now it appears that Pumpkin isn't ready to waste even a single minute, as she has a fast-track moving on process. Fans were in disbelief when they recently saw that Lauren had taken back her maiden name and no longer used Efford as her surname. They were quick to notice that her username on Facebook was now Lauren Michael Shannon. Viewers took this matter to Reddit and discussed how it could be because of her new beau. Some of them wondered if Pumpkin was ready to take the name Kitchen and had to give up Efford because of it. The Efford family had seen their fair share of drama, but nothing could prepare them for the bombshell that was about to shake their already fragile foundation. Lauren Pumpkin Efford, known for her resilience and no-nonsense attitude, was about to be exposed for something that would leave everyone stunned and disgusted. It all started with a family gathering at Josh's parents' place, one of those rare occasions where everyone tried to put aside their differences and act civil for a day. The air was thick with tension, as it usually was when Pumpkin and Josh were together. Their marriage had been rocky for months, with whispers of separation becoming louder by the day. But this time, the unease in the room wasn't just because of their marital issues. It was because of an uninvited guest who had shown up. Josh's cousin, a lanky man with a mischievous grin that seemed out of place at such a tense gathering. Pumpkin had always been the kind of woman who could handle herself in any situation, but there was something off about the way she interacted with Josh's cousin. It was subtle at first, an extra long glance, a laugh that lingered just a bit too long, a hand on his arm that didn't go unnoticed. Josh's family, always protective of their own, began to whisper among themselves, wondering what the hell was going on. The truth, when it finally came out, was more shocking than anyone could have imagined. Pumpkin had been cheating on Josh, not just with anyone, but with his cousin. The realization hit Josh like a ton of bricks. The woman he had fought so hard to keep, the mother of his children, had betrayed him in the worst way possible. And with his own flesh and blood, no less. As the whispers turned into confrontations, the truth began to unravel in the most dramatic fashion. Josh's mother, always the first to defend her son, cornered Pumpkin in the kitchen, her voice shaking with anger. "How could you do this to him? To us?" she demanded, her eyes blazing with fury. Pumpkin, never one to back down, shot back with equal venom. "It's not like Josh has been the perfect husband. Maybe if he paid more attention to me, I wouldn't have looked elsewhere." The argument escalated, with family members taking sides. Some blamed Pumpkin for the betrayal, while others pointed fingers at Josh for neglecting his wife. The house, once filled with the sounds of children playing and adults laughing, was now a battlefield of accusations and broken hearts. Josh, who had been uncharacteristically silent throughout the confrontation, finally spoke up. His voice was calm, almost eerily so, as he looked at Pumpkin with a mixture of sadness and disbelief. "I knew things weren't perfect between us, but I never thought you'd do something like this," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "And with my cousin, that's just brass." Pumpkin, realizing the gravity of what she had done, tried to defend herself. "I made a mistake, Josh. I was lonely, and he was there. It didn't mean anything. It was just a distraction." But her words fell flat, the damage already done. Josh's cousin, who had been lurking in the background, decided to make his exit, but not before delivering a final blow. "You're right, Pumpkin. It didn't mean anything. But it sure was fun while it lasted," he said with a smirk, before walking out the door, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. In the days that followed, the fallout from the affair spread like wildfire. The news of Pumpkin's betrayal quickly made its way through the tight-knit community, with everyone weighing in on the scandal. Some were shocked, others weren't surprised, but everyone had an opinion. Social media exploded with comments, memes, and speculation about what would happen next. Would Josh and Pumpkin stay together for the sake of their children, or would this be the final straw that broke their marriage for good? Pumpkin, always a fighter, wasn't about to let the scandal define her. She took to social media, admitting to her mistakes, and apologizing to Josh and their children for the hurt she had caused. "I messed up, big time," she wrote in a heartfelt post. "I hurt the people I love the most, and for that, I'm truly sorry. I don't expect forgiveness overnight, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right." Josh, on the other hand, was left to pick up the pieces of his shattered trust. He remained quiet on social media, opting instead to focus on his kids and trying to figure out what his next steps would be. The pain of Pumpkin's betrayal was still fresh, and he wasn't sure if he could ever look at her the same way again. As the dust began to settle, the question on everyone's mind was whether Pumpkin and Josh could survive this latest scandal. Their marriage had been through the ringer before, but this felt different, deeper, more personal. And with the added layer of family betrayal, the road to recovery seemed even more daunting. In the end, only time would tell if they could rebuild what had been broken. But one thing was certain, the drama was far from over. Pumpkin and Josh had always lived their lives in the public eye, and this latest chapter in their story would be no different. The world would be watching, waiting to see if love could conquer even the most disgusting of betrayals, or if this would be the final nail in the coffin of their tumultuous relationship. For now, all they could do was take it one day at a time, navigating the murky waters of forgiveness, trust, and family. And as they did, the world would be there, watching every twist and turn, ready to devour the next scandal that came their way.